back to Mex Mundo Kitchen. Have you guys ever had issues with guests that maybe someone's visiting and it turns out they have some sort of food allergy and you're like, uh-oh, how do I make something which is good for them? In this case, I'm going to share a recipe for some gluten-free cookies, which are so delicious. In my house, in our home, we don't have any allergies. We have picky eaters, including myself, but there's no allergy. So if we decide not to eat something, it's just because we don't like it, not because we will get sick by eating it. But we do have friends which are have intolerance for gluten, so this one's for you guys. And I hope you enjoy the recipe because these cookies are so yummy. They're made with maizena, which is cornstarch, and condensed milk. They are really yummy. They melt in your mouth and it's really worth making. The ingredients you need to make your maizena cookies are 350 grams of cornstarch. The equivalent is 2 cups and 3/4. 40 grams of confectioner sugar. The equivalent is 1/3 of a cup. 125 grams of butter, room temperature. The equivalent is 1/2 cup. 1 egg yolk, also room temperature. 200 grams of condensed milk. The equivalent is 2/3 of a cup. And 1 teaspoon of clear vanilla extract. Okay, so this recipe is super easy. Honestly, you can't make any mistakes. It's flawless. It's super easy. So in your mixer in the bowl, you're going to add your room temperature butter and your confectioner sugar. You're going to mix at high speed. You want to cream that up, but since it's already room temperature, that's super fast. Once the 2 ingredients have integrated, you add your condensed milk, your egg yolk, and your vanilla essence. This isn't extract, it's essence because it's the see-through one. The extract is a brown color. I'm using the see-through one because I want the cookies to keep a very pale, almost white color. If you don't mind the color changing, you can use vanilla extract. They'll just be a little bit darker, but they will be just as delicious. And you continue mixing. It's going to look kind of like a frosting. It's very creamy. And then last but not least, you're going to add your cornstarch by the spoonfuls at very low speed. Don't do that at high speed, otherwise you're going to end up looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost on the face all white from the cornstarch. So just add them by spoonfuls at very low speed. Once you're done mixing, that's it. It's super easy. I'm going to do something extra. I'm going to divide my dough in 2 parts. One I'm going to leave as is, white, and to the other part I'm just going to add a little bit of food coloring, some pink food coloring to make a few pink cookies. Once your dough is done, all you have to do is put it in plastic film and you're going to put it in your refrigerator for 1 hour before we can then start the baking part. Okay, so before we get started making our cookies, we have to preheat our oven at 160 degrees Celsius or 320 Fahrenheit. What we're going to do is we're going to make little balls. They have to be between 10 or 15 grams. That's usually the size that I like making them. So you make all your little balls, you put them on your tray, and these cookies are decorated with little lines on the top. So to do that, what we're going to do is we just use a normal fork. We're going to put our fork in some cornstarch, and then we're going to press the fork onto each cookie just to make the little lines that decorate the cookie. Once we're done decorating them, we're going to put them in our oven and we're going to bake them for 12 to 13 minutes. And once that time is done, we take them out of the oven and we leave them on our tray for a couple of minutes. After 2-3 minutes, then we can take them off the tray and put them on a cooling rack so that they finish cooling off. Okay, so we are done baking and now they're cooling down. Let me show you guys a close-up of how the cookies turn out. They're exactly the same flavor, except one has food coloring and the other one is the natural color, but they're both very pretty. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, they're gluten-free, so anyone with a gluten intolerance can eat as many as they want and they won't feel sick, so that's super wonderful. And even if you don't have a gluten intolerance, it's a really nice cookie. They melt in your mouth. The maizena is a completely different texture or the cornstarch, it's a completely different texture to a cookie made with flour. So these, you put them in your mouth and they just dissolve in there. It's quite cool. I hope you enjoyed making the video. They are super yummy and it's a practically flawless recipe. It will always turn out. It's so simple. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.